Right now on ABC 10 News at 4 o'clock, San Marcos High School evacuated after reports of a bomb threat. Our team is on the ground with the very latest. Plus, the local vaccination sites that will no longer require appointments, what you need to know before showing up to get your shot. And why city officials are being warned not to take over SDG&E to provide gas and electricity.
ABC 10 News starts now with breaking news.
Sky 10 is over San Marcos High School just hours ago. This all started. A bomb threat forced more than 1,000 students and staff to evacuate. Thank you for joining us this afternoon. I'm Kimberly Hunt. It is a large, sprawling campus. It is taking time to search this afternoon. Sheriff's investigators say the call came just before 1 o'clock. The caller claimed there were 3 pipe bombs inside the building at the school. The school immediately started the evacuation process. Roughly 1,200 students and staff were transferred to the baseball field. Normally, that number would be much higher, but the school is on a hybrid 2-day-a-week schedule right now. Bomb-sniffing dogs from several agencies are inside buildings. So far, nothing has been found. The students are getting bused to nearby middle schools where their parents can pick them up. One father is telling ABC 10 News this is more of an inconvenience than anything.
I'm a little bit more annoyed than scared, actually. It just seems like, in all likelihood, it's a prank. I mean, if you really wanted to blow up a bomb, why would you call it a threat? Seems like somebody wanted to get out of detention or something.
Traffic is backed up in that area, West San Marcos Boulevard, between Rancho Santa Fe Road and Discovery is closed. The Sheriff's Department is asking people to avoid this area if possible, and it is worth repeating. So far, they've been searching now for nearly 3 hours. Nothing has been found at that school. No active bomb found, but it was called in as a bomb threat. And now to the coronavirus. Some vaccination sites will no longer require appointments. This includes all county-run vaccine sites. ABC 10 News reporter Anthony Pura is joining us now live with details on Walkup Vaccinations. What a switch, Anthony.
Definitely a switch, Kimberly, and we did have a chance to speak with some people that were leaving the vaccination site here at Viejas Arena near SDSU, and they tell me that they got the vaccine without an appointment today, and it went very smoothly. Now, I do want to show you some video now because we had a chance to visit other vaccination sites today soon after that announcement came from the county. Starting today, people will no longer need appointments to get vaccinated at certain county-hosted vaccine sites. That means that they are taking walk-ups. The county says that they will be setting aside some vaccines each day specifically for walk-ups, and that said, you can still make an appointment ahead of time if that works better for you. Now, we should point out that the county released a list of sites taking walk-up appointments. We noticed that some of the larger sites, like some of the super stations, were not on that list, but we do have a list on our website, abc10news.com, that you can go check out. We're reporting live. Anthony Pura, ABC 10 News.
Thank you, Anthony. Today, the CDC lifted certain mask restrictions for those who are fully vaccinated. ABC 10 News reporter Marie Cornell breaks down the changes.
During their weekly virtual briefing, the CDC offered new guidelines saying those who are fully vaccinated can now return to some normal activities without having to wear masks.
If you are fully vaccinated and want to attend a small outdoor gathering with people who are vaccinated and unvaccinated, or dine at an outdoor restaurant with friends from multiple households, the science shows if you are vaccinated, you can do so safely, unmasked.
The CDC defining fully vaccinated as being 2 weeks out since receiving your second Moderna or Pfizer vaccine, or if it's been 2 weeks since you've received a J&J vaccine.
If you are fully vaccinated, things are much safer for you than those who are not yet fully vaccinated. This guidance will help you, your family, and your neighbors make decisions based on the latest science and allow you to safely get back to things you love to do.
Health officials say about 54% of Americans have now received at least one dose of a COVID-19 vaccine, and more than a third have been fully vaccinated. To help break down the guidelines, the CDC has posted this list of activities on their website. showing what those who are vaccinated and unvaccinated can safely do without wearing a mask, which includes a lot of outdoor activities such as walking, biking, or running alone or with those in their household. Another change to their guidelines, those who have not been vaccinated can now safely attend small outdoor gatherings with vaccinated family and friends and no longer have to wear a face covering. But health officials say when it comes to large public events like concerts or sporting events, it's still recommended that everyone wears a mask, saying you may be around people who aren't vaccinated and there may not be enough room to practice social distancing. Marie Cornell, ABC 10 News.
In a speech this morning, President Biden once again called the 4th of July the target date to get life closer to normal. He says he's going to lay out a more detailed plan for the months ahead next week. And meantime, California is sending life-saving oxygen equipment to India. The country is facing a major surge in COVID cases. Governor Newsom made that announcement today, saying, quote, as we surpass 28 million vaccinations and continue to see the lowest positivity rates in the country, we must meet this moment with compassion by aiding those that are hardest hit by the pandemic.
Money to help restaurants rebound is about to become available. The Restaurant Revitalization Fund has $29 billion in grants for restaurants, bars, other food-related businesses. How much a business lost in the pandemic determines just how much they would get from this fund. Now, businesses can start the registration process on Friday through the Small Business Administration online. Then they start accepting applications on Monday. Many restaurants say that those high delivery app fees really hurt their bottom line as they've struggled in this pandemic. Today, DoorDash said it's changing the commission that it charges. Some restaurants now can opt into a 15% per order fee, which is about half of what it normally is. This new rate, though, could come with limits on delivery area, and you'll likely pay a few dollars more for delivery. Some cities and states did put temporary caps on delivery fees to help restaurants.
A new local program could help tackle the growing backlog of asylum cases at our border by providing migrants with legal representation. County Supervisor Tara Lawson-Remer announced that plan today and says it would save taxpayer dollars and support our local economy. Attorney defender Mike Garcia calls it the socially moral thing to do.
Studies have indicated that individuals in immigration court who have attorneys representation, they overwhelmingly fare far better when it comes to avoiding pre-hearing incarceration. These same studies also show that with representation, individuals, they stand a greater chance of avoiding deportation and remaining employed to provide for their spouses and their children.
This one-year pilot program would fund attorneys to represent immigrants in San Diego facing removal proceedings. Meantime, Republican Congressman Darrell Issa has been critical of the immigration policies in California and the Biden administration. In a statement, he said, in part, we need San Diego County leaders to help end our current border crisis, not create new entitlements that make the problem worse. The sentencing date for convicted former police officer Derek Chauvin was pushed back to June 25th. It was originally scheduled for sentencing on June 16th. Chauvin was convicted of second-degree murder, third-degree murder, and second-degree manslaughter in the killing of George Floyd last year. He faces decades in prison.